Gave Larry the link.
Is Larry on?
I sent him the link.
Link's actually in the public, it's on the website.
Yeah, that's what I sent him.
Yeah.
You are live. Charlie,
We're all set?
you are live.
Okay. I'd like to bring the Selectmen's meeting to order, and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We just came out of non-public. I'll make a motion to seal the non-public minutes. Do I have a second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 You have to do a roll call vote because Kate is on.
Oh, true, yeah.
Okay. Kate? Okay, Matt?
Aye.
Eben?
Aye.
Larry?
Larry was just on there.
Larry is here too?
He was on the Zoom.
He's on Zoom.
Phone number ending 0529.
Kate?
I think, okay, she looks like she stepped out. So right now it just says the three of you. So when Kate comes back, oops, hang on here one second. She needs to do her little spiel of why she's not here, and so does Larry.
Oh, okay.
This meeting is being recorded.
So you're saying Larry is on,
He says he was, yes.
oh, I'm not sure when he is.
I can't hear anything. Is anyone here?
We can hear you now. Can you hear us?
There we go.
All right, so Kate, you have to tell us why are you alone?
Yes.
And the reason for not attending in person?
Hold on. I have a little thing I'm going to read. I just have to find it. Sorry. Here we go. As per RSA 91-A-2, Roman numeral 3, where attendance in person is not reasonably practical, Selectman Kate Michaels is participating via Zoom due to a health issue.
Okay, thank you.
Kate, did you want to seal the minutes with us
Okay.
of the non-public?
Yes. Aye.
There you go.
Yep. Okay. B, RSA 3195-B to accept and expend unanticipated funds for the skateboard park expendable trust fund from A, Flatbread Company, $740.25, and B, Wilder's Tree Service for $500.
So, there's,
Paul, come up and state your name.
Hi, I'm Paul Murray. I'm actually still counting out the rest of the cash right now. Sorry, it's last minute. But I think we have a pretty good amount there. I'm almost done counting it. So I don't know if I can give that to you guys tonight or deposit it into the local bank. I don't know how that works.
sounds like it.
Leave it with you guys?
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
So
I'll get the final count.
I'm going to move as written to accept the amounts of $740.25 and $500 even.
Both those businesses did ask for a receipt if possible too. And I think
Yes,
we
yep,
talked about that already.
yep,
Okay.
we discussed, yep, we'll get that to you.
Okay, awesome.
Now,
So-
do those amounts count the cash as well?
I'm sorry?
Are those two amounts that Matt just motioned on, does that include the cash? You said you had cash.
Those are just two checks, and then I also have cash
All
too
right,
from.
we need to know how much the cash is as well.
Yep, I'm
So,
almost
Okay.
done.
so why don't we stick with my motion as is, and then if you want to come back up when ready, I can
Okay.
do another one, right?
All right.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
second your motion. All
So
those in
who's
favor?
second?
Charlie.
Charlie?
Aye.
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 And good job, by the way,
Yeah.
that's,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
Okay, C is request for residential sticker for a business vehicle. Is the person here that wants that?
I don't think so.
So I think last time around, when this came up, somebody nicely directed us to an existing paragraph in the policy that allows us to do so. So this would not be outside of the realm of possibilities. I don't have the policy in front of us, but I think the requirement is that it has to be a resident who can show the town clerk at the window that they do indeed, have a permanent address in Newton and all that good stuff that Mary Jo normally asks for, and we'll give them a Newton sticker for a business vehicle. It's included in our policy, so.
Was that the one, Diane, they were supposed to update the policy?
Yeah, they haven't done yet.
Yeah, okay.
Right, but I think,
Okay,
like I was saying, somebody directed us towards a certain paragraph in the policy that already captured that, if I'm remembering
oh,
correctly.
okay, all right, I
So-
misunderstood.
I personally don't have any issue with this since it's
I mean,
in line with
The business owner gets it every January, right? So either way, she
something like
gets,
that, yeah,
So if that's more easier for her, and as long as she meets the requirements, yeah.
right.
Okay, did we get a second?
I don't know if that was a motion,
I didn't know if it was
more so pointing out that we do have a policy that I guess what I'm saying is we shouldn't have to deal with this in the meeting,
Okay,
if the policy already covers this.
so we're not going to vote on it.
I think,
Yeah, it's permitted as per policy.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Commercial trash hauler, residential bulk items.
Hi, my name is Steve St. Cyr. I'm the owner of Newton Waste Company. I'm asking the board to consider to allow me to start bringing bulk items to the town transfer station for my customers. Just to give you a little bit of background, occasionally I'm asked to, bring, people have whatever they're doing at home, and there's, there could be half a truckload or a truckload, of bulk items. And up until now, for 3 years, I've just been bringing it to the Raymond dump and telling them, you pay me, I'll bring it up there. You pay whatever, and but a lot of my customers, they have like small little things that don't really warrant a $30 or $40 trip up to Raymond Dump, and since the policy doesn't really address bulk items one way or another, because I don't think it was really a priority when the policy was developed, I just want to know if I can do that.
So are you willing to, when you go into the transfer station, are you willing to pay the?
Yeah, and then I just forward it on to my customers, and I mean, most of the time I'm not trying to charge them to bring it there. They leave it out with their regular trash, like a rug or something, or, some wood or whatever, and, and I just want to be able to do that.
Pete's here. Pete, from a management perspective, does that cause any complications for you?
Pete Gagnon, transfer station. Not really, unless it's multiple loads per day, and we'll probably end up getting backed up, but from what it sounds like, I don't think that's gonna be happening.
So if there is a fee, how would you go about,
To be honest, I'd probably still bring most things up to Raymond. The prices are a little bit higher, but it just makes more sense, not to, ruin any relationship here. But if there were an instance where I brought it in, it's, I really haven't developed a fee schedule for bringing it up there, but it's usually in the neighborhood $30 to $60, depending on what it is.
So there is a bulk item schedule, right, on the website? So we've defined exactly what the bulk items are, right?
So I thought he meant my fee. So whatever you charge at the dump, I would pay that, and then I would charge that amount to the customer plus my delivery fee.
And we wouldn't be in one of these cases where customers are giving you their voucher, right? Because we're not, we don't want to do that.
I'm not gonna cross that bridge if you guys don't wanna.
I mean, what we've done with this program in the past is we've done kind of a trial period to see what happens. I don't know if we want to
The
try
only
that.
thing is, I mean, I don't see an issue with it. Would other people then want to get the, like he has the permit, would other people want to say, well, if I knew that when the permit first came out, I would have also applied if I could do bulk items?
But we've always left it open, right?
Okay.
Diane usually puts it out there every year to,
There's still 2 open slots.
Yeah, okay, all right.
so.
So then in those 2 open spots, we'll also be allowed to do it?
If you let one, you gotta let the other.
Okay, no, I'm sorry, I'm just trying
Well, I
to,
mean, that's the board's decision,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yes. that would-
Yeah, I think what Edvin's getting at is, out of clarity, this has less to do with, what do you call yourself, Newton Trash Haulers?
Newton Waste Company.
Newton Waste Company, and more to do with the commercial trash hauling policy
Yeah.
that we have. So it's kind of updating the policy to allow this, so. So I mean, I guess I'll,
Can we allow it on a trial basis for a couple months and see how it works out?
well, that's what I was gonna move to update the policy to allow bulk items for 90 days and then revisit with the board and any, affected companies after 90 days.
Okay.
So I guess that's my motion, if that was clear.
second.
So you're updating the commercial trash hauling policy, not the bulk.
Right, exactly, yeah.
We're
so
just
the-
temporary updating.
Did I say bulk?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
why I
We're
wanted
just
to make sure.
temporarily updating for a period of 90 days
Yep.
to Monday, October 18th, 2021. Got to the exact 90.
Thank you, yeah.
All those in favor?
Nope, you have to do your, and Larry's now on the phone, so Larry needs to tell us why he is not here in person.
Oh,
I have to tell you why I'm not there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
What did she say?
You have to state
Diane,
why
what-
you're not here in person.
Oh, why I'm not in person? I'm on vacation in Conway.
Okay, you're by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay,
we good now, Diane?
yep, now you can do your,
Okay,
Your
all
vote.
those in favor?
nope, you have to do the roll call vote.
Okay, roll call vote. Katie?
Aye.
Larry?
No.
Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye?
And the chairman's a no. 3-2, it passed.
3-2 pass, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, next one's the road agent, Mike Pavero, the brush pile at the transfer station.
Good evening, Board. Mike Pavero, road agent. As everybody's aware, down at the transfer station, we have a brush pile that residents bring brush in on a regular basis. For the past almost 12 years, I get the commercial burn permit. Bill Ingles and I signed for it from the state, and we're the ones that manage that. A couple of years ago, what we're gonna say, the remnants pile that's left over from burning has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. That needs to be screened, sorted out. The ash needs to be put into the compost pile. You can blow the compost up. Residents can take it as, a material to use. But we're right now at the point this year, because it was so dry for so long, the pile's way too big. The requirements that the state allows us to burn are very specific, and we are way over the setbacks to burn that pile. I'd have to break that into 8 or 10 piles. It just doesn't monetarily make sense. I've called a couple grinding companies, and I'm recommending that we go with Mia, $5,500. They can come in here, chip, grind, and take everything away. When they're done, we should screen the remaining part of the pile and make that lot flat again. Because we've gotten about 11 years out of it, almost 12, when we were because we put the fence in about that long ago. So we need to go back to a flat level lot, and then with any luck at all, we'll get another 10 or 11 years out of it.
So one stupid question, if I may, Mike. Did we need to put that out for bid? Or did you put that out for bid?
I didn't put it out to bid. You guys are more than welcome to go put it out to bid.
I mean,
He has the burn permit, though.
oh, okay.
But no, me having the burn permit has nothing to do with it.
Oh,
You can put it out to bid all you want.
So you chip
I'm
it?
not putting it out to bid. I don't have the time to put it out.
Yeah, no, I got
You
you.
guys knock
I just-
yourself out, put it
Yeah,
out.
no, I just want to make sure we follow on the,
Yeah, that's fine.
policy.
Just keep in mind, tick, tick,
Yeah,
tick,
yeah.
tick, tick.
Yeah, it needs to be done.
Don't
quick.
drag it out
bigger and
waiting for
bigger.
bids.
Yeah,
so can I just ask a question? I'm confused. We chipping or we burning?
Chipping.
Oh, okay. That's different. I was thinking we were burning, only
No,
you
no, no, no,
can.
no. We're
Okay,
beyond the point of burning that pile this
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
It was
okay.
dry for 4 months. I couldn't get the okay to burn it,
okay.
and now it's just too big. Plus, quite honestly, it's to the point that it should be chipped, cleaned, flat, level lot, and then,
Okay.
again, like I said, you get another 10 years out of it, 10
that's a-
plus years out of it.
Okay.
it's a great idea. I like that. I mean,
Okay.
Mike, did you talk to the people in the junction that have the grinding machines? You know,
CBI or whatever they're
Yeah, they're
called
not,
now.
they're not gonna come. They make the machines,
I know.
yeah.
But
No.
they didn't want-
They sell the machines to contractors that you pay that come in and do it.
Okay, we couldn't get them like to do
Again,
demonstrations?
Yeah, you can.
you guys can go and sweet talk them and see if they can come and to do it. I
mean,
don't
how
see that
quickly-
happening, but go ahead.
would it be an RFP or?
If you're going out to bid, you've got to allow a couple weeks to get it in the paper, and then
So do we have a month?
time to get it.
You have a month?
Yeah.
You can arbitrarily take as much time as you want. That pile gets bigger by the week.
Yeah. Again,
And the bigger
just
it
looking at our
gets, the
purchase policy, I
more.
just want to make sure we're not.
Yeah, I mean, do we even think we're in danger of going past the purchase policy to have to go with sealed bids? I mean,
5,000?
You're already at 5,500.
55.
And by the time you get after they're done, we're gonna have to get a screener, screen it, weed it out,
But it's more
move it
money.
around. So if I had to throw a dart at a dartboard right now, you could be $8,000 by the time you're all said and done with
Yeah.
the level lot.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so I mean, we have to, as Mike eloquently said, we have to go out to bid
You
on
picked
this.
up on that, Matt. didn't you?
Exactly.
I did too,
Nice.
just in case you wanted to.
But so I would move to put together an RFP to post as soon as possible to,
Second that.
Okay.
All those, oh, wait, roll call, Nick? Diane?
Yep, need a roll call for every
Okay.
single thing.
Kate?
Aye.
Larry? Did he speak?
no, I didn't hear him.
Larry's on mute.
Go with the others.
Edvin?
Aye.
Back to him.
Matt?
Aye.
And an aye.
Assuming you can help Diane with the
The wording.
the wording, the tasks involved with this, you can feed that
other
to
words,
her.
Somehow I ended up back in the loop.
Oh, yeah.
Like you just said to me, Mike, you caught on to that, did you? Huh? Exactly.
Just the
We're good at
wording.
that.
Just a couple of words. She'll sit there and type it, but you just tell her.
I'd like to thank Mike because I know when I was the liaison briefly and the brush pile was an issue and he has gone out of his way to help the transfer station with this. I'm pretty sure it's not in your job description, Mike, so thank you.
Yeah, you
Yes.
always go above and beyond, so I don't have to say that many times.
So I think Larry's back unmuted.
What's his vote?
Okay, so
Larry?
yeah, I agree on that.
You and I? Okay, we'll move on to the next
Yes.
one. Memo, reduction,
So I'm losing you guys in and out, just to let you know.
Am I the only one that can't understand?
I can't either.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time too.
I believe he said he's going in and out of self-service. I'm used to him
You'll translate for the rest of the meeting?
You have to learn to read between the lines.
Okay, we're all set on that now?
Yep,
Yep.
you're good?
Okay. Memo, reduction of letter of credit, Donnell Road bond. I should have that.
You want to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, this memo is to Lisa Gagne, Treasurer, from the Board of Selectmen. The memo says, "Hi Lisa, per order of the Board of Selectmen, please reach out to A. Justin McCarthy III, Senior Vice President for Lowell 5 Bank, to reduce the letter of credit for Robert Scally by $10,000. Road agent Mike Pavera has completed the inspection of the driveway and has approved it. Below is the motion made by the Selectmen at the July 20th, 2021 Board of Selectmen meeting, and attached is a text message sent on July 8th, 2021 to Secretary Moran from Road Agent Pavero indicating the driveway passed inspection and the letter of credit should be reduced."
I will second the motion to sign that.
Roll call vote again.
Yep.
Katie?
Aye.
Larry?
Is this the whole driveway that's getting approved, do you know?
This is the driveway that has the two houses on the same same lot. It's not the one down by
Okay,
Forest
yeah,
Rivers.
I'm an aye, yes, aye.
Eben?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Okay. Next is going to be Country Pond Watershed, Greg Senko grant proposal.
Good evening, Board. My name's Greg Senko, and thank you for taking some time to hear our proposal. Country Pond Lake Association, as you know, runs the Lake Host program at the Newton Boat Ramp. And we've been working on a watershed management plan over the last 2 years. And now there's a project that we would like to do that's identified in that plan, and I'll explain a little bit about that. But basically what we're looking at for a project is to fix the Newton boat ramp. It gets washed out by heavy rains. It's very rutted. The ruts require regular maintenance from the highway department. Last year, a boater got stuck and had to be pulled out by a tow truck, which I'm sure tied up the ramp for a couple of hours. And also this washout that happens, all that water running down, carrying gravel into the lake, it carries with it phosphorus, which increases the likelihood of cyanobacteria blooms in the lake. And we just had a cyanobacteria bloom last week because of all the rains carrying nutrients in. It probably caused that bloom to happen. So the organization, CPLA, would like to get Newton's permission for this project to improve the ramp. The ramp would be stabilized with a permeable concrete paver system to eliminate the ruts, and the runoff would be diverted with a swale to cut down the phosphorus loading on the lake. And there's been a report, a concept design distributed previously. I don't know if you've seen that, but here in these pictures are examples of what would be done to improve that ramp, with the green showing a swale down the side and a concrete paver down the ramp, and there's an example of a concrete paver system there. So that's the concept. That's basically what we're asking for. We're looking for permission from the town who owns the ramp and operates the ramp, and then we're looking for support. And just before I explain about the grant funding we're going for, the watershed management plan that we've worked on was a project between the Lake Association, New Hampshire DES, and the Rockingham Planning Commission. It was funded by a grant from New Hampshire DES of about $64,000, and we've been working on this plan for the watershed for the last 2 years. And the basic guideline for how this project was done was an EPA guideline, an A through I approach for watershed planning. It identifies the sources of pollutions, quantifies the pollution reductions needed to get better quality the water quality goal is to reduce the amount of cyanobacteria blooms that happen in Country Pond. It identifies management actions to reduce pollution. These range from street sweeping to eliminating stormwater runoff, to septic system fixes, all kinds of issues. And it defines measures how to implement success and monitor the water quality going forward. And the watershed plan is a lot like the MS4 permit that you're probably working on and those plans. But the watershed management plan is just reporting the conditions and what can be done. It doesn't implement any fixes. So now, since we have that plan published, and it's available on our website if you want to read it, it's about a 64-page document, so it's not a quick read. But it's there if you're interested. And in the report, it identifies several key projects that can be done around the lake to reduce the amount of phosphorus that gets washed into the lake. And this is the project that we talked with Mike about, the road agent. There were several in Newton, and his opinion is that this would be the most interesting project for us to try and go for the grant to get funding for. It not only improves the usability of the ramp and the convenience for all the people who go to Country Pond and launch their boats there, but it reduces the phosphorus going into the lake. So it's kind of a win-win. And we propose to fund this through a grant. It's called a Watershed Assistance Grant. It's also administered by New Hampshire DES. And they have this year about $500,000 in watershed assistance grants that will be awarded to about 5 to 8 projects. It's a competitive process. Your application is judged on its merits based on the value of the project, the need of the water body for improvement, and the good news is Country Pond ranks high in their rankings for needing improvements. The grant can be for as little as $20,000. It could be for over $100,000. But one of the basic guidelines is it does require a local match. You determine the project cost. Let's say it's $50,000 to do the project. Then 40% needs to be coming from a local match, or $20,000 of the project. But you would be awarded $30,000 to do the project. And that match, of course, it could be cash, but it also can come from volunteer hours and in-kind services. And in-kind services can mean things like professional services from engineering work, accounting, project management. It also can come from a highway department or a construction company contributing time and machinery to do that project. And so those will be counted at professional rates. The volunteer services at $28 per hour. So let's see. There is a September 3rd application deadline for funding for next year. And at that time, what we need to have is landowner permissions, support of the town, and be able to demonstrate how we would achieve that local match. We don't have to have exact numbers, exact budgeting for the project cost, but we have to have a target frame for how much it might cost, and then the strong local support. So we've already had the Conservation Commission give us a letter of support. The Recreation Commission supports this project. But let's look at how this could work. The project cost is estimated to be between $40,000 to $50,000 to fix the ramp with a paving system, the swale, a concrete diverter. So we need a match of something like $16,000 to $20,000. That sounds like a lot of money. But CPLA can provide approximately $10,000 in volunteer hours and in-kind services. We would do the work to apply for the permits. We would do outreach, educating the local community on ways to reduce runoff and use of fertilizers and other good practices. And those can add up quickly to about $10,000, we estimate. So probably half the match can come from the work that we expect to do in this project. And also CPLA will have to have a liability insurance policy as a condition of receiving this grant. So we're also paying what's going to be something like $1,500 a year for that liability insurance. So I think we have at least conceptual support from the various town departments that this is a good project to do. The question is, can we get the remaining support from Newton to provide the remaining match that we would need, something like $6,000 to $10,000, and it can be budgeted over 2 years. When you get the grant, you have 2 years to perform the project. And at the end of the project, you have to provide that evidence that you did work to do the matching from, in-kind services, or if you don't make up the match that way, then provide the remaining cash amount. So things like Highway Department time and equipment could minimize that cash match, but I guess what I discussed with the New Hampshire DES coastal watershed manager in ways that we would propose this to the town is, it's probably safest not to count, potential matches now, but see if the board would support the project, and maybe there's ways that you can budget this into the next 2 years to contribute $6,000 to $10,000 to get $30,000 to be invested into the boat ramp. And maybe that $6,000 to $10,000 can be reduced, but I don't want to put anybody on the line and making a commitment for that right now. I think it might be wiser to just say, hey, would you approve this project to go forward and be able to provide the support and help us reach that match amount? I don't know how the budgeting would work in terms of a cash match, but we all know that could be done. And then we can work towards reducing that amount through in-kind services. And I would let you speak about that, Mike, because I don't want to put you up for anything. You said you'd support it, but, I can't define what that's going to be. That's up to you to decide.
I'll go up and get done.
Okay. So that's the concept. It's a good project. It will really benefit the community. It will benefit the lake. It is a type of project that would be a part of your MS4 work in years to come. This will be one checked off the list. And we'd like to work together to try and meet that matching that would be needed to get the grant money. Any questions?
Yep. Does Kingston have a stake in this?
Yes, there's another project we're going to be doing on Concannon Road in the lake area, and we're also applying for funding for that project too, and the Highway Department is going to contribute its time and equipment for that project, and the grant money is going to be used to obtain the materials. It's really a swale on the side of the road to divert runoff.
Okay, have you spoken with Kingston?
Yes, I've met with Rich St. Hilaire several times.
And did I have concerns? Because see, I spoke to Ken Wilder in Kingston, he's the state representative, and I mentioned it to him. And he told me that we should be getting in touch with the New Hampshire Fish and Game, because the New Hampshire Fish and Game has control over all boat ramps in the state. Mm-hmm. Now, I have not called them or anything else like that, but I also said to him, I said, would you be willing, there's a 40% that we may have to pay, would you be willing to go along with half of it? And he said they could put it on their warrant, on their agenda.
As a budget item?
Huh?
As something they would put into a budget?
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
No.
Wouldn't they then want the same from us on the Kingston side?
No, it's just received strong support from the road agent. The project that we're doing is along Concannon Road, so there's no other permitting required there. So really, I've just talked to the road agent about that. But
Okay.
you're very well right. We probably need a permit from the Hampshire Fish and Game Department. We considered that we need a wetlands permit and a shoreland permit for the work on the ramp because of its being next to the lake, and also the end of the ramp is in the lake. But hadn't considered Fish and
Because see,
Game.
Ken told me that there's money in the Fish and Game Department to do these ramps. It's just when they will do it. We could be 10 years down the road.
Well, I'll look into that with the New Hampshire DES Coastal Watershed Manager to find out about that. That's a good
So
suggestion.
tonight from us, you just need support?
Well,
Letter of support.
we have a letter of support that we can go forward with a project and apply for the grant. And we'd also be working together to find sources for the funding.
Because my thing is, I don't have a problem signing the letter of support. As it says, we urge the department to approve the pre-grant application. Funding is a whole nother story, and to me, this seems like a warrant article thing that we could put out there in March, and then if people want it, they vote for it. If not, they don't vote for it. I don't know how that aligns with the application phases.
That could work
but-
too. I did ask that question of New Hampshire DES, and we can certainly do it that way if it has to go to a warrant article. There's time in the whole process for that to happen.
Can I mention something? I was, as the liaison for Conservation Commission, Alicia, who's the chair, is very much in favor of this project. And I'm not sure if she was talking, I thought she was going to be here tonight in terms of, in-kind services that she was willing to donate. Was that included in your proposal, Alicia's contribution?
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay.
The $10,000 from CPLA is largely based on some of the services that she would provide.
Okay, great. Yeah, and again, it's just really good for the town. Quality of life here, getting ahead of it. We're one of the last clean ponds, relatively speaking, in the area with having a lot of problems. I think it's
Okay.
a win-win for us ultimately.
So first, I just want to thank you and Pat and the Country Pond Association. You guys, I've seen the work you guys do online, and so I'm going to put a motion on the table for the Board of Selectmen to sign a letter of support for the application.
Second.
For the application of the water management plan.
Second by Kate.
Okay, all those in favor?
Roll call vote.
Katie? Yeah.
Aye.
Larry?
Aye.
Edmund?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And the chairman says aye.
Thank you very much.
And then we need to mark our calendars somehow to make sure when it's, right, when it comes up to that deadline to submit warrant articles, we have to make sure we're on top of things to get that in there. It'll
And
be
maybe
here
we'll do
before
a
you know it,
fundraiser.
so, yeah.
We will be submitting another one for the Lake Host program, so we'll have an eye on
Yeah,
that
true, you
deadline.
did last couple rounds, so, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and that's been great. We appreciate the support for that program as well. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Okay, next is unsealed bids for the Gale Library roof replacement.
Did you have something? Sorry. The money's all set?
If you have we can do it quick, probably.
Yeah, if you can do quickly, yeah.
We won't make you stay till the end.
All right, so in cash, I counted out $3,255. And then I do have the 2 blank checks still. I just have to write that out. Does that go to the town of Newton?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay.
How much was the cash again?
The cash was $3,255.
Wow.
Wow.
Well done.
Did pretty well in the 2 fundraisers.
Mike, can you call the chief to get him an escort?
Yeah.
That's a lot of cash.
I know.
Money's staying here.
I was honestly nervous carrying this around for a while.
Gonna lock that up at the end of the night. So I would move to accept
Okay,
$3,250, you said?
55.
$55 of unanticipated funds to the skateboard park revolving fund.
Second.
But you moved to accept and expend, correct?
Accept and expend.
I thought so.
Yep.
Just making sure.
You know.
Okay, Kate? All right.
Aye.
The 2 checks are already all set then? You guys,
Yep.
okay.
So Charlie, you need to take a roll call?
Roll call vote. Kate?
Aye.
Larry?
Aye.
Edmund?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye.
Altogether, is that, yeah,
Together, but
perfect.
so I just have to.
Would you have 2? Just put them on the stack.
Oh, yeah, you want to write that in? So if you- Yeah, sounds good.
Well, can I pay this as a price?
No, I usually don't, but we do whatever. Just
Mike, thank you for stepping up for the
A whole bunch
late
in
thing.
there.
Oh, in a folder?
Appreciate it.
And I don't have the amount.
Diane, what do we usually do here? Just read amounts, or do we just
Well-
indicate that we've opened and you guys will come back with the spreadsheet?
We're hoping that you're going to look at them tonight because it should be apples to apples because it's asphalt.
Thank you
Shingles.
so much.
Yeah, we need to get this done
That's
tonight.
awesome.
then.
And we want to try and get this done before the snow flies.
Yep,
We want that roof done when it's hot.
Oh, thank you.
Third page.
yep. 1275,
Yeah, over there.
and then he's looking for a price.
Price.
Well, let us know if there's something.
Well,
we can
This is
help
liability
you
insurance.
Do that. Contact Diane.
You muted?
Massachusetts.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, so.
What do we have, one more over there?
One
Yeah,
more right
Charlie's
here.
trying to
I'm
find.
trying to
the
find
amount.
the amount.
That's a bad way to set up a response to.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
$12,000.
What is it, 12?
12,000. And they're kind of like pick your own colors and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have 4 submissions. Does Kate have any, and Larry for that matter, do they have any information they don't currently
No,
have?
because they were sealed.
Yeah, true.
You want me to just read all the companies and the prices?
Sure, so,
Is that okay?
yep, I think that's fine.
All right, first, we're gonna do Norton Construction for $13,900. Next, Michael W. Goslin Roofing Company for $12,750.
How much?
How much?
$12,750.
750, okay,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you.
Next, we have iRoof for $12,000 exact. And last, we have Roof Repairs Co. for $14,900.
Are they all providing the exact same thing in the, when you look through them over? You know what I mean? All equal.
We have to get it done
They
tonight.
never do.
Sure.
Yeah, I know, that's why I was,
Yeah.
Sorry, just dealing with 3 of them.
Yeah, that's all right.
Mr. Chair, Larry?
Yes, Larry.
So, since they're all in the same ball field, I think the only way is just to make sure is if we Google the companies, which should only take about 15 minutes, just to make sure they have no bad marks on their records, and just go with the best one that the Better Business Bureau, that we can dig the information on.
I just want to make sure they're all doing this, you know, it's on the same.
Oh, yeah.
Weird.
I'm sorry, what?
That's an RFP.
Yes, it was.
Anybody that didn't bid for the RFP should be taken out anyway.
Yeah.
It should be easy, you should know what your RFP is.
Of these, have we ever worked with any of them before?
Yes, you worked with Goslin.
Goslin? Yeah.
How much was Goslin again? Because I don't have it in front of me.
$12,750.
That was sort of on the lower end of the other two.
There was another $12,000 one
This
from
one here is
iRoof.
$12,000 even, but
Yeah.
it's there's additional cost if you need CDX on there, 150 per sheet, $10 per foot for barn board installed.
So that's not the price then.
This is beyond.
Is there CDX in the person we've worked with before, or do we need that?
We don't know until they rip it apart.
Oh, okay. So how much more would the other one be too, the people we've worked with, who are on the lower end, 12. Anything there about that?
In this one here, it says $100 per 100 square feet, 10 by 10 area for additional layers of shingles beyond for the rip-off. So they must be doing a rip-off.
So as much as I want to get it done tonight, can we wait
A
2 weeks?
rip-off, but a rip-off.
I didn't hear anything.
As much as I want to approve this tonight, I don't want to rush and approve some company that could charge us. Can we wait 2 weeks?
You're not meeting for another 3 weeks.
Well, could we at least gather some more information, such as,
What information do you need?
well, I guess Larry wanted to just make sure no one has any,
I mean, I don't really care about that. I just want to make sure, company A is offering, this is their price, because that doesn't sound like $12,000, is what I'm trying to say. There's four,
I
mean,
am
it's
not
just-
a construction person, first off.
No, I get
Okay.
that. I'm asking the
Yep,
board
I don't have a clue.
or the public, can we wait 3 weeks?
well, yeah, as long as we gather information.
You
and-
need to tell, you can request all the information you want, but unless you tell me what you're looking for, I can't
I
ask
just want
it.
all of this on a piece of paper saying what this guy offers, what that guy offers, or girl, that guy, girl, and that guy, girl offers.
Well, I think that's what we got. And like
That's
this
what we
guy's here
have,
saying
sort
that
of.
if you have to turn around and do more than 2 rip-offs,
Yeah.
if you do
Okay.
2 rip-offs, you're gonna have to pay $100 per 10 by 10 area.
Do any of the others say
So this one
extras?
says, note, wood repairs if needed to the entire roof would be $15,000.
So I kind of think what Edvin's saying is that you get into a situation here where we're on TV in front of an audience trying to go through things that very often you don't want to discuss certain things in public about companies. And if we had the ability to, and we have 2 members of the board who can't even see the information we have. So if we can have a little extra time to digest this and do some additional research and promise to come back with an answer and not just pick it up where we left off.
Would the board make
Then
a
I think we can do
decision once we get something put together that you could have a quick meeting just to not wait?
I wouldn't have a problem
That's
with
what I
that.
was thinking,
Yeah.
yeah. Good idea.
I like that, so.
Again,
Because
as long as you tell me what information you're looking for, I can ask the companies, but I don't know what to ask them, so somebody has to do that.
Well, what I think
can
we
put-
should do is if each of us wants to feed Diane any questions we want to ask. My thing is, and I think Edvin was describing it, is, and to the chief's point, we ask them to give us apples to apples, but somebody always presents it a little different, and we know we have to kind of line it up so we know. And I don't know, I could do something next week for a short meeting, just to wrap it up.
Okay, you're not gonna get it next week, because I'm not here.
Who's on vacation?
Right. Are all bidders, they all visited the site, right?
I hope so.
What did you say?
Did all bidders visit the site?
Visited it.
don't know.
They did, past tense.
That's up to them to decide whether or not they went to the site.
I'd like to know that.
I mean, if you have specific questions, we can always call the companies and ask, but, I mean, we don't know anything about roofing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
A
If
shingle
they're
is a
gonna
shingle to
charge
me.
more, that's gonna be hard for us to
Yeah.
figure out.
They've
I mean,
seen
you can
it.
take your
so
time and-
They have a better idea.
Listen,
here
what if I
until-
do this? What if I scan them all in, send them to you, and then you can look at them, and then if you have questions, you can send it back?
Perfect.
Yes.
I like it.
You're here until the end of the week, right?
I'm here till 4:30 Thursday.
Thursday.
Well, yeah, end of the week for you, so.
Nope, 4:30 PM, period.
Nancy, I'm gonna put these right here.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, more fun.
Save the envelopes for us. so we
Okay,
can-
yeah.
Yeah. What you got?
Nice little card.
Oh,
Do we have other sealed bids for
Yep.
heating oil?
These are for the fuel oil.
How many do we have?
Just two?
hey Matt, is that envelope in front of you go with these bids?
Yeah, I think it does.
That
As well
goes
as this does
stamped
too.
in?
Rose Roofing?
Yeah.
You only have two, you said?
Yeah, just you and me. Yeah, again, this doesn't look like apples to apples to me. Everything's always a little different.
Yeah, they had the bid in there too, well, the RFP.
I mean, I hate to say it, but same approach for the heating.
That one you
oil.
have more time on.
We have more time, right?
You'll-
Yeah.
So I'll scan them and send them
Yes,
to you, and you can review them?
Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
There's only two of them, so, and I did send out to 4 different companies.
Good deal.
Should they be
believe
red
so.
or not?
You have to read the dollar amounts.
All right, so the first one is from Suburban Propane.
At bottom of that page.
This right here?
Yeah, that's all I saw.
That's $1.89.
That's the propane. The propane would be $1.89 a gallon.
What was that again?
$1.89.
.5.
1.895 a gallon.
Did they give you a propane one?
That's the propane, yeah.
Okay.
So it's just propane, no number 2 heating oil?
No number two, unless I just see propane.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Oh,
one,
wait. Gotta read a little better. Number 2 fuel oil, 1 year fixed price of $2.67 per gallon. For 5,400 gallons. And the propane is a fixed price of 1 year for 1.895 for 3,500 gallons.
okay, this one's from Burco Oil. It's 5,400 gallons of number 2 fuel oil at $2.888 per gallon fixed price, and 3,500 gallons of propane at $2.488 per gallon fixed price. Maintenance and labor will be $125 an hour.
Winter is coming.
Faster than we think.
Sadly.
Okay, the next one's the fire department.
No, you have J? J?
Do I
There
have
should
what?
be a J on there.
Letter
What's the
J.
J? Letter
Options
J?
for purchasing fuel for town
Oh, yeah, I'm
vehicles.
sorry. I marked it off, and options for purchasing fuel for town vehicles.
Good evening. I just have just a little input. I know the board has been talking about this for a couple of weeks. My recommendation at this time would be if the board would approve the Wix cards, but hold off on anything else until the board meets with the local fuel distributors to see if you guys could work something out. it will hurt one main business that has been real good to the town of Newton and has been excellent with the fire department. I understand there's a savings, but maybe this is something that can be done so it doesn't hurt a local vendor that's helped out this town drastically, especially the fire department and police department. And just so you know, I did ask the board that question a few days ago.
I think my only question is because I know we haven't, I can name them. I know the police department uses the WEX card. And, I mean, Diane, you did a little research on getting a WEX card. What's kind of like the ins and outs of that? I mean, it seems to work for the police department for you have to be on the mic, so
State
they
your
can
name.
hear you on TV.
Okay, lately, the police really have been buying quite a bit from the
Name and, sorry to cut you off, Mr. Estabrook. Just name and,
What's that?
I would just need your name for the recording, just state
Oh,
it.
Ralph Estabrook.
All right.
Sorry,
Yeah, no worries.
Speak louder, because it's hard to hear you.
not a speaker.
They're picking on you, Ralph.
Anyway, as a taxpayer, my concern is, I understand everyone wants to save money, but they've been buying fuel and gas from me for years. They have a key. They have a call at midnight. They can pull in anytime they want. And instead of going to Kingston at midnight and then paying all the other guys that are on the trucks an extra hour, it just, I think there's other ways to save money in that department. And I mean, if they're that, they need to sit down themselves and go over ways to save money other than diesel fuel. I mean, just alone, they're gonna put wear and tear on these vehicles, another 400 or 500 miles a year. It just doesn't make any sense. Thank you.
And a quick question.
Wait, Ralph.
Oh, sorry.
You
I'll go
good?
first.
You want
I
to?
just have a question with the WEX card. So the police department, they fill up and they give you the bill and you charge the WEX card, or how does that work?
No, they use that across the street.
Oh,
I don't take that card.
okay.
But also,
Sorry,
for years, we write down the gallons, and as a taxpayer, I go over these budgets knowing that the town is gonna get like 42 cents more back a gallon into the general fund at the end of the year, which
Yep.
we're not gonna get anymore. They're gonna use it, they're double dipping right now, if they do what they say they're gonna do.
I just wanted to clarify the WEX thing, just so I'm on the same
Yeah,
page.
I thought you guys were using the WEX card, but
No, we just build a town and put the gallons down and
yeah.
Can we,
get a check
Never
back
mind,
at the end of
sorry.
the year.
okay, thank you.
Wait a minute, Ralph. I got
One
a
more
question.
question.
Ralph,
Ralph, is there any way, or do you know of any way that we can contact Department of Revenue Administration, right? And get them to turn around and reimburse us for the tax that you have to pay the tax. You have no choice.
No, the last person that buys the gas pays the tax. That's why I write,
But you have to pay it when you get it, don't you?
well, that's part of, yes, it's part of
If you
the-
get 1,000 gallons
Yes,
of
that's
fuel,
part of- yes.
you pay the tax when you
yes,
buy it.
yes.
Right,
But
now.
But any municipality gets it back at the end of the year if the town hall does their job. And you get a check and it goes in the general fund, I believe.
Okay, so we can apply to the DRA and get a tax exempt so that we can turn around and take your gallons,
Yes,
submit it to them at the end of the year, and get refunded the money.
that's what's supposed to be happening, yes.
isn't it like 22 cents a gallon or something?
It's
They don't-
40
They don't refund the whole thing. I think it
I
was
don't know.
22.2
I
or
don't know that.
something.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
So I'm going to ask a loaded question here because I've been on the board for 7 years and this has never happened.
Right, we used to
So
do it.
did something happen?
We used to do it years ago, and I believe Chief Streeter came in, made an arrangement to go across the street to the 108 store, because they weren't, and don't hold me to this, it's been a long time, they weren't charging the gas tax. And if they were charging, it was then coming back in a check to the town. But now there's different owners, that's not happening.
Because Because I mean, what it comes down to for me is I really don't want to take the money out of town,
Right.
Me neither.
you know? And if we're in a position where what Charlie's talking about, I don't know if it can happen or not, if we can go to DRA and say, look, here's what we did, and maybe that can fix, the past few months, but going forward, we need to make sure we're doing the right thing going forward.
I did go on the website, I did call the state, this is through the Department of Safety, I cannot find a tax refund for diesel. So I've got the form for the gas, but you have to have all your reports in by April 15th for the previous year. So we could work on it for this year going forward, but we wouldn't recoup the money until sometime next year.
But what were we doing last year and the year before and the year before that?
I'm probably the culprit here. I asked a simple question in regards to taxes, okay? I was told, this is how it's been. Since I've been here, I've asked the question, taxes. I was told that the vendor marks down the gallons used, it comes here, and then what you just said, Charlie, here, for the past 15 years, has taken it and sent it to Concord, and then the town has been reimbursed. Yeah. Okay, so we've realized, well, it hasn't been done, okay? So now we know. That's why we're standing here today, that's why I asked if there's a way of doing it. I know Nancy just said, well, it's too late for last year. Well, let's start for this year, keep status quo, we keep a close tab on the gallons, the vendor clearly marks on every slip.
Yep.
Okay, the fire department has already changed its policy. Not only do the members sign, they gotta make sure the vehicle number, we follow the police department, our brothers in blue, date, gallons, price, your ID, every member of the department has an ID, and the vehicle ID. That way, we can start tracking it better. Now we know it hasn't been done. Let's work on it for this year, okay? And it's like I said, I understand everything. There's a savings, I understand the wear and tear. I'll be honest, the wear and tear don't bother me. What bothers me more is the vendors. We only use one vendor in town. Okay, we don't go across the street because we don't use Wix cards. I didn't realize the police station had a Wix card until I think today. So somewhere down the line, this conversation had to be brought up because there's Wix cards out there. Okay, we stay with one vendor. If there's a way the town, now we know, can apply, I'd like to stay with that one vendor.
As well as I would.
You know what I mean? Like I said, wear and tear, those trucks they just went down the road, wear and tear. What's more important to me is the community.
I can't find a form for diesel. I've got one for gas, but most of his equipment is diesel.
Charlie, you're at the State House, can you?
I put a call into the State Department of Safety. I haven't got a call back yet.
Throwing it back over there.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, I think the chief just described what we can do going forward, which at least we've got that.
Yeah, as long as
And we can keep asking a few questions if there's a few more. I think Charlie just agreed to go talk to somebody in Concord, Chief. Did you hear him do that? I think he was nodding his head, I saw him. And then Nancy can call on her end, and then we can try to figure out the last 7 months. But going forward, I think we know what we're gonna do, right?
So are you not going to do the state fuel distribution program at $1.99 a gallon and $2.20 for diesel?
I don't think I want to do that tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until you guys can figure this out, with all due respect, until it can get figured out. And that's why I mentioned somebody should go talk to the vendors, so they're not blindsided by a decision made tonight that's gonna affect their business. That's all.
Yeah, I didn't hear anybody make a final decision last week, nor I don't think anybody wants to make one tonight. I think
right.
status quo, as you said, is the way we want to do things for now. But it isn't quite status quo, right, Chief? Because you just described there's going to be more record keeping and stuff that we haven't had. Yeah.
And Selectman Melvin is going to talk to
The governor. Yeah. Yeah.
up in Concord to see if there's anything they can do.
Right. When we get out of here, he'll start calling. So.
So can I ask a quick question, Chief? When you get your slips from Estabrook's Garage, do you, oh, I'm not supposed to mention names. Well, he already said his name. But if you get the yellow slips, do you turn those in to Kim? Or do you?
Correct.
She gets them?
She gets, when the vendor gives us
Yep,
all the gas slips and fuel slips and repair slips
Yep.
are all together.
yep, and she
With a
gets them.
total price on the front, and then I go through the slips,
Yep.
break it down for maintenance and for fuel.
Okay, so
But yes.
do you keep a spreadsheet?
No, because everything, I was on the, again,
Now
these-
you're keeping a spreadsheet.
trust me, we know.
And then that way we can report it.
Yep.
It'd be better if you keep it, so it's not my numbers trying to decipher what's what.
No, that's fine. I don't,
Okay, and I'll have
trust me,
the
we've
police
changed on
department
our
do it.
end. Even if the board decided to go to the state, we had to change the way it was being done too.
Right,
We
right.
had to log everything in, so
Okay.
there's no difference.
All right, I just want to make sure, because that's a lot to
There's no
go through a year and try and figure that all out.
Yeah. No, it'll be getting done monthly, because that's
Okay.
how we get the invoices
All right,
from the vendor.
perfect.
And I don't think we're following through with the Wex card application, it sounds like either, right?
Not today.
I'm learning this card. We're still gonna get our gas where we get our gas. It's just easier for us.
Yeah.
Okay? But if those cards, they're only for gas, or can they,
No,
did I
they're
understand?
for fuel.
For diesel? Okay, so
All of
technically,
the above.
technically, if we're out of town and we need to fuel up, then we can use those cards. So that's why I said earlier, I would still go through with the cards.
For emergency use.
Correct.
And can we pay our current vendor with the Wex card?
Evidently, the vendor doesn't want to accept
He
the Wex
doesn't
card.
use it, so we
Okay.
can't
Is there-
do it there.
I don't know if he can apply to accept it, and then that would solve the problem right there.
What? Yeah.
Ralph, can you apply for it?
The vendor.
The vendor.
Trying to stay.
You can listen
Does-
anyway.
Does the vendor have any interest in the Wex program?
I can look into it.
Yeah,
All right.
fair enough, you know.
Yeah.
All right,
There you go.
problem
good.
solver.
And it's some,
This is the town helping the town.
Some months I sit on it for 48.
win-win.
I mean, I don't think we need a motion, but I would, based on what the chief just said about an emergency situation, we should have the chief move forward with this application for the card. And then,
Yeah.
as we're saying, the vendor might, look into it too, and then we'll have it in the
Ooh, a
future if it,
golden, yeah.
so
Okay.
everybody's happy. Sometimes.
I would definitely think we should keep the money in the town whenever possible, although at the same time, this is theoretical, I don't see how much more or less when we come back after we've applied, like, I don't see comparisons of what is being billed now, what would be saved with Wex or not as well. Is it significant, minor? I don't know.
Sounds like it. I don't know what the current percentage is,
Yeah, so I mean, we
but
kind
it
of.
sounds
need that
like it'll be,
information at some point.
yeah.
And if the vendor can apply for the Wex card, again, that would be fabulous for everybody.
And if the vendor goes to wex.com/FAQs, that's where he can go and apply to be a vendor for the Wex program.
So you're gonna help
Whoever
him
this
with
vendor
that
is.
part,
I will,
right?
if the vendor wants, I can help him as well.
Yeah, for me, I get mine sooner.
My understanding, and I could be wrong, the WEX cards eliminates all the state and federal taxes.
Yes, that's what I'm,
So that way, he doesn't have to worry about reporting it. We don't have to worry about reporting it. And-
Probably the ideal situation.
Yeah, yeah.
And how much would that save?
We don't know, Kate.
Oh, that'll be fun to find out.
It's
Yeah.
more than zero.
That's your
so-
job.
And it doesn't cost anything to join the WEX program.
all right, cool.
Good. Solved.
There we go.
Okay, we're good on this now?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Okay, fire department, service maintenance contract for vehicle exhaust system.
Evening again. That actually should be under town buildings, because it's your building, not under the fire department. But if you'd like me to speak on it, it's
We'd
those-
like you to speak
it's those
on it.
plum events that the board voted to install. You need a maintenance agreement to maintain them now. For as long as they're in service, you need to go into a contract. But again, that should be under town buildings, not fire department.
Do we have any idea how much it is?
Yes.
$1,028.
Okay. We didn't budget for it, just like he didn't budget for it, so.
Is it per year?
Per year, it says, yeah.
Per year. It says all prices are for service contract only and do not include parts or warranty. For service contracts, there will be a service charge of $195.
How much are the filters?
That's it.
Filters are $138 each.
Okay.
Boy,
And it's filter pack, unifiltered 20. It says 1.
How often do they have to be changed, do you know?
Frequency of service is 12 months, right?
Once a,
Once a year?
okay.
They might, when they install the system, since it's a brand-new system, they might be here in 6 months, just to make sure everything is working. You can have them come quarterly, biannual, or annual. That is up to you. We just did the 1 year, because we didn't think they were gonna.
Would it be the same price,
Good
whether
night.
they come quarterly or
No.
once?
The more they come, the more the price.
I mean, I think we have to do it, we have to put it in the budget for next year, but we have to somehow find the money out of general government and buildings this year.
Well, you're not gonna need it this year because it's brand new.
Well, he just said in 6 months, though, they,
What do you have to do I mean,
They'll come
Yeah, it's
back
brand
and
new.
look at it.
oh, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't get too comfortable over there.
Yeah, I'm picking up on it. It's a brand-new system, okay? They have no idea of knowing how clean those trucks are burning, with the exception of one truck. The tanker has the DEF 99.9% clean. The new truck that'll be delivered, 99.9% clean. So technically, they don't know. That's what the intent is, to come in 6 months and see how dirty those filters are. It all depends on call volume, how many times the trucks are started, how, there's a whole bunch of variables that nobody has a crystal ball to know. We went out 4 or 5 times today in, I think, 6 hours. Every time a truck starts, that system starts up.
So I guess we pay it from general government, and we'll see what happens. If it comes out in December, they're inspecting, that bill's going into the next year anyway.
Right.
So, and then we can kind of see where we stand for budgeting.
So based on what I'm reading here, this isn't like a long-term contract, this is just for the year, right? So,
Contract expires May 31st, 2023.
okay, I didn't see that. So that would be longer than a year.
Yeah.
That's 2 years.
And then, I'm sure when that contract is close to ending, they'll come back and visit the town
But they
for another
need-
contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll need to know ahead of time so we can budget for it.
Warranty. They really
That's
wouldn't
on you,
have paid
Chief. Give us
first,
prices.
2022.
can I say one thing? You
Let's
know,
start
in most
there,
things, we need an exit clause. Do we not need that for something like this? I'm just curious.
The escape clause she's talking
Yeah, I know, but Edvin just pointed something out, because Chief, it has here, the install day was May of this year, the warranty expires in May of next year, so it sounds like this service is covered under warranty.
So this
So we
contract doesn't
wouldn't
begin.
start until June 1st,
Correct.
2022, and go the year.
That's why it expires.
Thinking
in
ahead,
23.
thinking ahead.
Yeah, so we wouldn't need to not encumber, but we wouldn't need to pay this out
Till
of this year's
2022.
funds.
We
We
have
can
to-
put it on the budget
For
line
next
item.
year.
2022.
So I'm going to move to sign a contract with air cleaning specialists from June 1st, 2022 to May 31st, 2023, in the amount of $1,028 to service the exhaust system at the fire station.
Second.
So the chair, you're
Yeah.
gonna sign the chair, have the
Let
chair
me,
sign?
yeah, alter that to say to have the chair sign. Chair or vice chair.
I seconded it.
I think Edvin second.
I heard
Charlie said it.
Charlie? Okay,
Twice.
sorry.
So is Larry's name on there, or
There's
Nobody's
no
name.
name? Okay,
name.
okay.
So you need to do a roll call vote?
Roll call vote. Katie?
Aye.
Larry?
Aye.
Edmund?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Okay. B, warranty extension for network switch.
So that's just the extension. It's a Cisco switch that's in there right now. It's still good. All we need to do is sign the warranty extension if you want. And that way there you get if it breaks, you can get something, a replacement without having to pay. And that's a 2-year warranty was what the vendor recommended.
Is
And
this
would-
to improve their internet or something else?
what did you say?
Is this for the internet?
Yes, this is the internal network switch that controls the
good, okay.
internet in the fire station. It'll
Okay,
come
let's
out
have
of the cable revolving fund.
Sounds good.
And it's in the amount of $486.48.
For 2 years, and then after that, we'll probably replace it.
Did you need to speak on that?
Yeah, just quick, that's another one. My opinion, I understand it's in the fire station, I talked to Diane on it, that should be on the town buildings. There's two
The cable,
things.
the
Yeah, I just told you.
It is, you should-
I understand that, but
but if
your,
cable's paying-
your agenda, when the general public looks at it, it looks like the fire department is bringing those two
Oh.
items forward, and the fire department is not.
Okay, so the fire
So-
department's not bringing those forward. Let's move on.
And that's why I'm saying, from now on, could you guys put it on the town buildings?
Yes,
With all due respect.
no
Thank
problem,
you.
sir.
Can't go under there, we don't have money there, we got money in cable.
He just means on the agenda. He just means the
I
agenda,
know,
so.
he's very picky sometimes. That's okay.
All right, did we have a motion?
Yeah, I don't have the number in front of me.
Yeah, so are you going to sign that? or-
Yeah,
Okay,
have the chair sign.
okay.
What was the number?
$486.48 for the 2 years
For Armon.
for Armon.
Well, it's not really well, they're the ones quoting it, but it actually goes to Cisco,
Yeah, but,
so you know.
Coming
so
from
we're
the
writing
cable.
the check to Cisco?
No, you're writing it down on who paid
Yeah,
Cisco. Yeah, okay, yeah,
That's
you're
what I'm
right.
saying.
All right,
Can I get a second?
whatever.
Second,
All those in
Getting
favor?
late.
Aye.
roll call.
Aye. Roll call, Katie?
Aye.
Larry?
Aye, and it's better work.
Edmund?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Okay. Yeah, that's that one. Next is
I think the fire department's next.
new fire truck,
Is that under the
Change
fire
orders.
department?
That is under the fire department.
Okay. Should it be
change
under
orders.
town buildings?
We heard that.
That was intended to be heard.
It's the perception that it looks like the fire department always wants stuff.
No comment.
I won't make a comment either.
Mike, I'm glad you're still here. This is nice.
This is,
So you got some change orders there?
Yes, I was just gonna
Okay.
do them. Change order number E1144-092 Supply compartment for matting and tools, mounting hardware at $3,817. Labor to mount turtle tile, tool hardware, and customer supply item, $5,970 for a total of $9,787. And then, do we do one at a time, or
Where is that coming from? Where's the money coming from?
where's this coming from, chief? It doesn't say here.
That was part of the total price of the truck. If you'd like to take it out of the budget, take it out of the budget, we'll come and visit you guys in a few months. And just to clear up, the manufacturer uses the word change order, and as I explained, the spec said that a switch is mounted at 2 inches. If they go move that switch during building 3 inches, it's considered a change order. The only reason why the board is seeing change orders for this truck is the department head, the fire chief had for the tanker. So all change orders were signed on the tanker. That's why I only came and see the board to accept it and to pay for it. Then you have a couple more there too.
Yep. Okay, we've got another one here.
So where's this money coming from? You need to make a motion to pay for this.
Well, where are we taking it from? I'm not making that decision.
Is that, what'd you say, 3,800?
Well,
No, $9,787.
Oh,
Well, there was the total price of the truck, which was voted on the warrant article 2 years ago, right?
Correct. Give or take.
And so this is a change order that will fall under that amount that was approved by the voters,
Correct.
right? So is that what we need in our motion?
And what budget is it coming out of, I believe, is what you need.
Right, but it's coming
Right.
out of the warrant article.
we have the lease agreement already with the
Yeah.
yearly payments.
Yeah,
This is above and beyond, I think, right?
This was included in the first price. The lease,
The higher number.
the higher number, yes ma'am.
We don't have the higher number.
No, we only got
We
this.
went with 20,000 less.
Yep.
The vote was
We
for
only borrowed
20,000 less.
629,000, when we could have borrowed 649,000.
Well, that money is not in any of the budgets, so I'm not sure.
I think, but the way you're describing the change order is it's still in the price, right? It's just a matter of us signing off on the line items.
No, because the note was taken, the original lease was for $649, which
Yep,
included,
Right, right.
okay? After the bidding wars, you could say, the truck came in, just the truck, none of this other stuff, came in at $629. The board voted to take the lease at $629.
The board didn't, the town did.
The-
This town meeting vote.
Okay? But the price of the truck
Mike, did you have something?
was still $649. You know what I mean? I proposed the truck for $649. So to expedite, because I understand what Nancy's saying,
Yeah.
nobody put the dollar signs in any budget.
Well, I think what happened, it was 649, but then we renegotiated with a different company after town meeting vote. So we were allowed the 649, which gave us the difference of what DRA said, that $7,700. So we don't have that extra money, and that's where I don't know where this money's gonna get paid out of.
So I have a question as a resident in town, not the road agent. When that warrant came up, did the townspeople vote for the 649?
Yes.
Is that the number on the warrant?
Yes.
This is all a moot point then. That's what the town,
But we didn't borrow it, Mike.
You didn't what?
We didn't borrow 649, we only borrowed 629.
29.
So that's a accounting logistic error
Oh, I know.
that somehow got
The
fouled
point-
up.
Just the point, that was before I was on the board. I'm sorry, I just,
Okay.
He's backing out the door already.
Because the most important part of this whole thing is the residents in town at a warrant article said, here, we're okaying 649.
Right.
How the accounting got done is secondary. So if the townspeople voted 649, then that's what that truck is, 649.
Right.
And I,
You're gonna have to come up with the money somewhere.
Right.
Now, if it goes 650,
right, different story.
Different story.
get out of your budget.
Yeah. Yep.
Because we're not okay in the 650, but the 649
Yeah,
is what the townspeople said you could buy that truck for.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So where the ball get dropped, I'm out of that equation, but the ball gets dropped.
Yeah.
Can we put you on that to
Stay-
find out?
Stay tuned on that part of it. Yeah, so we have these change orders and we have to direct the bookkeeper as to where she's going to withdraw these funds from. So my thing, and we've talked about it, I know it's gonna create some hardship for a little while, is, to take them from the fire department budget first, and then it's robbing Peter to pay Paul in a way, but
And hopefully
we
we'll
have to
get it
deal
back
with
later.
it. Yeah, we have to deal with it. So
Is
that's
that a
where-
motion?
I
to-
guess
Just
very
asking.
long-winded motion, but I don't have the numbers in front of me if you want to read them. off.
$9,787.
Yeah. So I would move to sign the change orders, and we're just signing right now. Like, do we have the invoice?
Yes, that is your
As
invoice.
part of
The
it?
change order is your invoice,
Yep.
right?
Actually, to cover the fire department, because I've been doing this a little while, I will give you your invoice tonight, so you can... I have an invoice for you. This is for the next one that you're gonna bring up. I do have the invoice. Here you go.
So I would, I'll do it this way. I would move to sign the change orders previously described and to pay the invoice to Greenwood Emergency Vehicles in the amount of $9,787, with the amount to come out of the fire department budget.
Second. All those in favor?
roll
Katie?
call vote.
Roll call.
Aye.
Larry?
Aye.
Edvin?
I'm gonna abstain since it was the board previous to me.
Well, the invoice is dated,
Yeah, but all these decisions, I'm gonna
Ninth.
abstain from this one.
well, this is a new decision, July 19th, 2021.
Oh, so it doesn't have anything to do with the board previous to me.
Correct.
Scratch my abstination, I'm gonna say yes.
Back it up.
It only works for a little while, my friend. I'm an aye.
And I'm an aye.
I think, not to stop the process, but I think all those change orders are in the name of the chairman. Can the board?
Yeah, so I'm gonna change my motion
Okay.
to have the same motion, Diane, but at the end, put for the chair to sign,
Okay,
Vice Chair.
Can you have the vice chair
or
sign?
vice chair.
Because the chair is on vacation, and I need those
yeah.
for tomorrow.
Charlie, you can just cross out Larry's name and put your name there.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
Because the truck is in a holding pattern until they receive those.
Okay, we got another one here. Fabricate and install compartment storage systems for electric tools. Total charge to customer is $2,500.
That was planned from day one to come out of the fire department's budget.
Okay.
So we will come and visit you, the board, with all due respect, in a couple of months.
So we don't wanna
No,
do that one tonight?
No, you need to sign that one tonight.
It'll come.
But
it's
I'm just
coming
saying, there should be notes on the two that were already planned to come out of the fire department's budget.
Yep. So we need to sign the change order, but are we paying the invoice tonight?
No. Just gonna do the, well, I can have you, I can email them tomorrow and have invoices
Yeah,
for all of
no,
them
no,
tomorrow.
we'll get it when you have it. So I'll move to sign the invoice as Charlie just to sign the change order as Charlie just described in the amount of $2,500.
Second.
Let me change that for the vice chair to sign. I think we got a roll call vote.
Roll call vote. Katie?
Aye.
Larry?
Aye.
Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Okay, now, we got another change order here. Roll-up doors, header change in the amount of $2,018.
That is actually, which I have the documentation that I can give you, Mr. Chair, that is actually $668. We have a credit. That was a boo-boo. Is your credit slip for $1,350. I believe that's what it says. So that is actually,
This is the real amount,
no, the real amount.
is what he just
That
read?
matches this.
Yep.
So if you deduct your credit to this amount, gives you that. So the real amount is $668, and there should be a note on there that that's coming out of the fire department also.
So I would move to have the vice chair sign in place of the chair the change order as just described in the amount of $668.00
Second?
From the fire department?
out of the fire department budget.
Katie?
Aye.
Larry?
Aye.
Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye.
I just have one more thing. If it's possible, I mentioned this before, well, you're in the public board. If any changes for this new truck has to come out, I'm sorry, any changes that is gonna come out of the fire department budget, can the board vote to approve the chair or co-chair to sign the change orders so we don't have to come here and hold up a fire truck?
I think my thing is, as long as we can put a ceiling on it, that's reasonable.
Well, it'll be coming out of my budget, so trust me, after tonight, there is a ceiling on it.
Oh, yeah.
Do we expect many more change orders?
The game plan is, once this is done and the truck is delivered to the town, they give like 60 days for break-in period, in case we want to mount anything else, or any changes that have to be made to the truck. And then after that, everything else is on the town. I don't know exactly. We had the discussion last year. In my mind, that $20,000 was our buffer. So we lost that $20,000. So there might be stuff on the truck that will not get done this year.
The only other thing I can recommend is if push comes to shove, you still have the capital reserve account for purchasing and refurbishing fire trucks.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, we can't keep bleeding the budget because we're not going to have enough funds at the end of the year.
I mean,
We're all going to be in trouble.
The only thing I will say is we're still in July. I mean, the months move quickly, but we're still in July.
But I'm just concerned if there are more change orders, we're getting lower and lower.
Well, I don't want to,
No, I'm just saying.
I think I know the answer to this question, but I don't want the perception to be that we're, because I think you said earlier tonight, they call these change orders, right?
Right.
Which makes it sound like we can't make up our mind. Like we're getting this truck built and we keep changing our mind. Oh, no, you know, it's kind of like you're building a house and, oh, could I get that door over there instead of over there? That's not the case, Chief, right? No. This is a fire apparatus, which this is the way it gets built. Am I correct?
Correct. The key to it is a custom piece of fire apparatus.
Right.
Okay? So all the equipment, which you voted on, the fire department has already purchased the equipment. It's all brand-new equipment. That is to mount the brand-new equipment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we've had the discussion, I'm not gonna do it again. That's normal. What you just did tonight, I did in 2017 on the tanker.
Right. Yeah.
Never came to the board because it was in the warrant article, the amount, and change orders happen on the best designed fire truck. It's just the nature of the beast.
I just want to say, I'm not being, facetious or whatever. I just need to know, so if we do have to do something further down the line, we know what numbers we're looking at, that's all.
Yeah, and
And all that. I just need to know how we're going to proceed.
right, I think, I'll throw it out there as a number. If it's a change order that does not exceed $1,500 against the fire department budget, the budget which has already been approved by the voters, by the way, then I don't have a problem with that not coming to the board until it's done, so we don't hold anything up. I don't know what the rest of the board thinks.
After the bookkeeper does what she has to do, and I see what a budget is, it might be $50 I come and visit you.
Yeah.
Now, the only other question I have is, I take it, who makes a decision on where out of the fire department's budget all of this? I know where those two are coming out of. Those two are coming out of equipment. That I already know because it's equipment. The one for 9,000 and something, where is that coming out of?
I don't know. And it's the board, it's not.
Oh, no, I know.
It's not me.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I think we need to see some current numbers too.
You have two.
Yeah.
You have equipment, and we still have outstanding invoices due on equipment, and you have vehicle repairs. Those are the only two. You have those signed, Charlie?
I have,
We need copies too, Chief. You can scan them to us
Yeah.
tomorrow.
That way, first thing in the morning, I can send it to them.
well, we got that last one to do.
Oh, I thought you did them all.
No, we have that. Greenwood Emergency Vehicles invoice number 722566978 in the amount of $11,782. And we're looking at taking 58.
That's different from what Chief's talking about.
Yeah, that one's already been done.
That's not one of the changes.
Oh.
That's a separate article.
That was done in
separate item.
2020.
Aren't we supposed to turn around and,
You're gonna do that, but he wants to know if you're all set so he can take those things you signed.
Yeah, they already have that one signed.
that's 3 of them, right?
Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Before you go,
Doing business with you.
well, before he goes, you have the requisition that you maybe want to talk to about, some kind of protection gear or something
Yeah,
you submitted.
Oh, Chiefers, I
right
forgot
here.
about that.
Requisition number 2581 in the amount of $5,624.62. And they-
That's for firefighter gear.
yeah,
We've never had to come in front of the board before. Since I've been chief, I've been buying firefighter gear. Your new policy states that I have to come in front of you. It's sole source.
and it's paid out of the fire department.
What's left of it?
Huh?
What's left of the fire department budget?
Well, that's what you put.
Yeah, when I did that, that was before this.
Oh yeah, this is 6/30/2021.
Yeah, so, I mean,
We have no money for this?
It depends on where you take the money out of my budget.
He did, he's saying. He doesn't now after
Yeah.
paying all these others, but
The board is gonna have to take the fire department budget and reconfigure it,
right.
Yeah,
is what you're gonna have to do. That is no choice. The fire truck is no choice.
you gotta have it.
Yeah,
You gotta have gear.
we're not going to do it tonight, but we have to reconfigure it.
Yeah.
And I think we should do it
I would,
next meeting.
well, technically, once all the invoices are in. I'll try to expedite the hose and stuff like
so
that.
we holding off on this?
That has to get signed. I need to order gear.
Yeah.
As it is now, we have members that I ordered, forgive me, I broke the cardinal sin, I took it upon myself to sign it. back in March, and they might see gear sometime in September or October.
But you had it in your budget, so you had every right to do that.
Yes,
that
ma'am.
time.
Well, no, technically it was over the 5,000.
Oh, okay.
And anything over 1,500, I'm supposed to come in front of the board.
Actually,
No.
5,000.
5,000.
yeah. And this is just a,
1,500, it just comes in on the rack.
this is a hair over 5,000, so. All right, I'm gonna move to approve requisition 2581 for fire protective gear in the amount of $5,624.62 to come out of the fire department equipment line item. And just as a side note, not part of the motion, in our next meeting, we will be taking a look at the budget and reconfiguring. But can I get a second?
All those in favor? Katie?
Aye.
Larry?
Aye.
Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye.
Thank you, Diane. I just need a copy of that one.
So do we all,
I can get it in the morning.
tomorrow?
Yeah, these are the important ones, so I can...
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great night.
2.
Are we gonna get to this invoice now?
What's that?
Are we gonna do this one now? That's when we're gonna take the money from the other two?
We could, I am not in favor of voting on that right now until we take a look at the budget numbers. That's-
And he can't get the truck without that being
We
approved.
can't get the truck without this, Matt.
No, we have the
No.
money in the full budget, right?
No, we were taking this out of his
Oh, so
budget.
you're saying you're just not in agreement where we're doing it?
This is where we're gonna be taking it, from legal.
There's no place else to take it other
Yes.
than his budget, and he said his budget's done.
Well, no, I guess what I'm saying is if you want to vote on that, go ahead. Tonight, I'm not prepared to make that move. I want to see more numbers.
But he can't get the truck without that payment. And the payment was
Right,
on-
well, then people can vote
Well,
for
I'm
it.
just letting you know, the
Yeah,
payment's
yeah.
on tonight's manifest.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what I was told to do.
okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna move to pay invoice number 722-56978 to Greenwood Emergency Vehicles in the amount of $11,772, and the money will be coming from $5,891 will come from legal, and $5,989.01 and $5,891 from the general government buildings repairs. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Kate?
Aye.
Larry?
Aye.
Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Nay.
And I'm an aye.
Ally, does that also say the line item in the fire department budget where it's going? Because we need to clarify that.
Yes, it is saying maintenance
did
light
read-
item into the fire department budget, equipment purchase.
Okay, there you go.
That don't have to be signed anymore, you already signed that one, Matt, right? Read that.
Well, that was the previous administration, I guess you'd say. But I don't know if there's a new, that's, attached to that is the old.
Yeah, we kept the old to show.
Right,
And the
right.
new is with it. She's got the new with the check,
Right.
so.
Okay.
But there's no place to sign it.
No, you don't have to sign. It's not a requisition.
Oh, okay.
You already authorized that payment at the last meeting.
Yep.
Can we skip ahead to Trish? Or is that-
To which one?
So whatever Trish has, so she doesn't have to stay here all night. Peanut trailer. Is that okay,
What do you
Charlie?
think, Charlie?
What?
Can we
Let
skip ahead
Trish
to
get
Trish?
out of here.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Trish.
So the public knows we're skipping ahead to A, right? The peanut
Right.
trail letter?
So just so the public knows, the Girl Scouts and our road agent actually did an amazing job putting up a kiosk at the entrance of the Peanut Trail behind the old Central Fire Station. Great job. We gave them some information. They did a lot of research on their own. These girls actually did the sawing and the cutting and the painting themselves. We've got some great photos. So Conservation was sending a letter. We didn't know if, I don't know, the board might want to also send a letter. I can give you I don't have it with me, but I can give you the Girl Scout address if you don't have that.
We already have a letter ready for them.
Right, we already did ours. You probably should know that about 3 days before they put the kiosks up, you probably saw the letter in the Carriage Town that we did, a horrific amount of malicious destruction along the Peanut Trail. Thank goodness it was before the kiosks went up. We are purchasing cameras now, game cameras, so that we can try to keep track of what's going on. But they did an amazing job. If you haven't seen it, go down and check it out, although it's a bit muddy, hard to believe we've got rain. Great job. So we did send a letter already. If you've got one, that's great. I just wanted to let you know.
When I saw this on Facebook, I think I emailed you and I think I called you. I mean, unbelievable job of the Girl
Just an
Scouts.
incredible job. They worked so hard. And it started out last year during COVID, and we had trouble kind of getting together with COVID and how they could do things and where they could go. And I think a lot of the building took place on Highland Street with a local resident helping them.
That's awesome.
But it was completely amazing. They did a great job.
I love the history about the railway.
Isn't that great?
railway.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So I just wanted you to know.
Thank you for you and to Mike as well. I know he left, but
Thank
Mike
you.
for going above and beyond.
Well, do you want to make a motion to sign that letter then?
Motion to sign the letter to Girl Scout Troop 12959, thanking them for the Peanut Trail kiosk.
Second.
Sure?
Can you repeat that?
Okay, roll call vote. Katie?
Aye.
Larry? Jesus, that was loud.
Larry's gone.
Okay. Edvin?
There it is.
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Okay.
Got any more of those that we can, sign? Those are easy.
Yeah. Anything else from you, Trish, or you?
No, that's it.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, we're gonna go,
Do.
we're gonna go back to D, sprinkler system vendor invoice. Where is that?
That should be under town buildings, just so you know.
You want me to read this, or do we read this?
Oh, here it is.
Well, we have to approve the
Okay.
invoice, right?
Dear trustees, on July 20th, 2021, Selectmen's meeting, the board voted to pay invoice from Carter Sprinkler Company in the amount of $87,013.01, and Kingston Electric in the amount of $12,231 for the fire station sprinkler system. The Board of Selectmen is authorizing the trustees to prepare a check in the amount of $87,013.01 to John L. Carter Sprinkler Company Incorporated, and a check for $12,231 to the Kingston Electric. Please submit the checks to Nancy Wrigley, Town Administrator. Should you have any questions, contact Town Administrator.
I would move to have the chair or the vice chair in this case sign that letter to the,
Nancy, isn't that for you to sign?
I think
Yeah, it's for
that's, is my name on there?
Yes, your name, yep.
So the board has given me direction before. I just need your motion allowing me to sign it and give it to him.
so I'm going to change my motion to move to allow the town administrator to send the letter to the trustees that was just read.
I'll second it.
Once I've got your motions, I'm good.
Larry lost connection, by the way. He's trying to get back in at some point.
Roll call vote. Katie?
Aye.
Larry?
Larry's not here.
Okay. Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Okay. Okay, planning board, refund application fee of $250 to an applicant. And where is that? Okay. On June 8th meeting of the planning board, there was a public hearing on an application for an accessory building, a garage in excess of 1,200 square feet. The application was complied with the ZBA's condition that the building be approved by the planning board in accordance with accessory apartment building. The planning board took in the application through its usual process and submitted a $250 application fee to the town administrator and deposited $750 into the NEPA account. The legal notice was duly posted in the Carriagetown News and the butters were sent out. After the meeting, the circuit rider informed the board that while this requirement was listed in the ordinances, there was no methodology for hearing such an application as it falls outside the various procedures list. While the board plans to rectify this deficiency in zoning, at this time, the planning board cannot take jurisdiction nor issue a decision on the application. The board therefore moves to refund the applicant's fee. The planning board is recommended the Board of Selectmen refund the $250 application fee deposited into the general fund of the town. Further, they request that the Selectmen refund $169.58 from the planning board operating budget and $42 from the 4191102 line postage and $127.58 from the 4191113 advertising. Board thanks you, Jim Doggett.
How many signatures do we need on that?
I don't see any signatures.
Not showing any,
I
man.
think you just
Just a-
need to vote, and she's got that on tonight's manifest.
So I would move to approve the refund of $250 per the letter from the planning board.
Second.
All those in favor, Katie?
And the one,
Aye.
and the 169.58 needs to be taken from the,
Put back into their budget.
yeah.
Operating
Can we
budget.
include that in my
Yeah.
motion, please?
Larry, you back yet?
No.
Nope. Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Okay, now. We got both A and B. Acceptance of the amended meeting protocols.
So I made the amendments that you requested, so now you just would need to accept them. I'll change the amend date to today.
Motion,
Go ahead.
motion to accept the amended meeting protocols effective today, July 20th.
Second.
As written, Edvin, is that fine?
Yes, as written.
Thank you.
Roll call vote. Katie?
Aye.
Larry?
No, Larry.
Okay, I figured I'd say it anyway.
Yeah.
Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Okay, next. We already did the acceptance of the amendment.
Is that meeting schedule in the meeting folder, the evaluation schedule? I know you emailed it, but
It's right here.
okay, I'll just look at this.
You know what, it's in the top level folder with
It is,
the other
okay.
schedule,
I
that's
have
why.
extra copies if you guys all want one. Because we're trying to pick some dates when we can
I have
do
it on
the
here.
evals. Oh, you do?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Charlie, you want yours back? We need to pick some dates. We haven't done any yet. We're supposed to do them in July.
So you're saying July 27th
Yeah,
as an
that's
extra
an
meeting?
option. We're asking if you guys can do that.
All right, hopefully my wife's not watching right now. So if we were to do July 27th, we could also do the response to
Right, we
proposals
talked
that
about.
we
Yes, yeah.
talked about, yeah.
So July 27th, so yes.
The response to the what?
The proposals, the
For the roof.
RFPs we got tonight.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do that.
I can do it.
No, I'm off on
Yes.
vacation.
He's on vacation.
I will be doing your minutes, but I will try to do it, but don't expect it, okay?
Okay.
That's what I
Well-
can say.
Well, we can, I mean, you deserve to go on your PTO. We
Thank you.
can still do this business, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just, the
Need to know
seal,
what your questions are so that we.
Oh, yeah, if there are any questions, I mean,
Yep.
my thing is, you know, frankly, we have the option of reviewing these RFPs in non-public, and sometimes you need to, because there are certain things
Right.
you
all
want to
right,
say
so you're gonna
freely.
meet July 27th?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
So we'll do these evals and do that at the same time.
What about the other days? Are you okay with those?
So the blue would be extra meetings.
Those are the ones, well, Diane had originally set them up on selectmen meeting nights. There's no way. So we put in blue the extra dates that are not selectmen meeting nights, and we can just focus on evals.
Yeah, I think my vote would be to stick with August 17th and September 7th as is, see
Yeah.
where it gets us, and
Okay.
then
As long as we don't
reevaluate.
have a whole lot of other evals.
Kind of like we do with
I
the
mean-
budget, is we start with a schedule and we,
Yep.
you know, we
Just when
adjust
things
as.
keep getting added, these
I know,
always get pushed.
unfortunately, but
So
let's see what happens, I guess.
I do know that there is some stuff coming in from the police chief that you said you wanted to discuss, so that might take up some time, just saying. But let me say, they're all on the shared, under the HR. Guys can all go in, review them ahead of time, and you'll be prepared.
Well, that's the thing, right, is we have a published schedule of who we're going to talk about.
Right.
So we should do our homework beforehand, so we don't, we can kind of, well, we shouldn't fly through them, they're people's evals, but we don't have to spend a lot of time reading them.
Exactly.
Okay, so you want to keep the red dates, basically?
On the rest of them, you don't want any of the blues?
For everybody, keep the red date, and then figure it out from there.
Yeah,
I just don't want to get into October when we're in budget, still trying to do these. There's a lot of paperwork
Right,
that
but-
needs to go to Kim.
Can we do this? On September 7th, can we make an agenda item that says reevaluate the blues? You know what I mean? So on
Yeah, we'll
September
see.
7th, we'll take stock of where we are.
Where you are, right. If you can get more done in the night, then you're fine. You should be able to, July 27th, you'll get those done in probably no time at all. You could probably do a few more.
Yeah, if we can stay on track.
August 17th, it should
focus.
be pretty quick as well.
No,
That
maybe
seems
move
like
all
it.
those up to the 27th. I mean, you. look-
Yeah,
when you
that's
get-
not a bad idea, because we're kind of done half the
Yeah, that's
the
what I
work
mean.
already.
Just need to know so that department heads can be here, because you always want the department heads.
Yeah, and I
to
get
speak.
that.
But you see where we're saying there is these folks on August 17th?
Yep.
Well, except for
You
TR.
have that?
Yeah, just
Those we could move up to
Is that
July
contained
27th, because
Yep.
That'll be
You can
kind of
see it. She
already
has a link to it.
halfway
It does,
done.
okay.
So then could we push that one back
Deadline.
to 17?
Which one?
This one back to the 17th?
I'd like to.
Well, you,
Yeah.
can you
So
send,
the September 7th,
yeah,
push that to August 17th.
both of them?
There's only one on September 7th.
No, there's two.
Oh, that's the, oh.
The biggie.
I thought it meant,
There's 20, and then
yeah, actually, yeah,
one.
because,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
so the people on August 17th, except for one person, push them back to the 27th.
So transfer station would be
Yeah.
July 27th.
Okay, so you're moving,
'Cause
okay, now
Earlier tonight,
Yes.
we're all set on those.
we've done probably half of the work.
Yes. And then the September 7th, move it to August 17th. Is that what?
So take all of 17 and move it to the 27th.
Except for the middle person.
The
Well, he's going to be
custodian.
easy too, right?
If he's going to be easy, then yeah.
Yeah, right,
Right, I
right,
don't know.
Nancy?
Oh, Pete?
No, the one down below, Tony.
TR.
Oh, Tony's very easy.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
And could we
So
push
move
everybody
all
back a
those
week?
up to there?
and I do not have one for Pat Masterson yet, Matt, just letting
Okay.
you know.
Should we just push everything back a week?
That's what I'd like.
Or
to-
everything back a meeting, sorry.
And if we don't have a whole lot of
Yes,
non-public
so,
coming.
yeah. But let's do that, and then if we do October, we still have the October 5th leeway just in case. That's what I mean.
Just remember, you gotta come up to your meeting at 7. We only have an hour.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You won't get through all those at that time.
Could we start earlier?
It's up to the board. I mean, we used to do 5:30.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the night,
Yeah.
probably.
Why don't you think about it and let me know, because
Yeah.
we'll have to post the agenda.
Yeah, I get that.
All right, so right now you have July 27, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 12 of them, and you said some of those you've done already.
And most of those are,
Okay,
They're
August
done.
17th, you're doing the fire department.
yep.
And then the 21st, you're moving everybody up one.
Yes, so the 21st is going to be moved to the 7th, and the
Okay,
5th is going to be
gotcha.
moved to the 21st, and just in case, we have some leeway.
All right,
Right,
Yep.
you've got it, so I'll grab
already
it from you
fixing it.
tomorrow. I won't hold this up.
all right. So then October 5th will be your, oops, we didn't get to that one day.
Well, that might move up too if all the others move up, so.
Well, no, there's nothing on October 5th right now.
Well, let's be realistic.
For now.
It's
For now.
probably going to be the makeup night.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, get it out there already. There you go.
Cool.
It's all updated.
Well, that's a start. Okay.
All right, good.
Good.
So we did the thank you letter.
Yep, you did that already, right?
Okay, we're on correspondence now.
Yep.
Do we have any correspondence?
Well, we did
Yeah.
the Peanut Trail letter. There's a memo about a request for carryover of PTO.
Right, that's the next one.
You already did the peanut trail one, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So it's just my request.
Request to carry over
Last but not
PTO.
least.
Diane.
I would,
Yeah.
I would move to approve the PTO carryover for this employee
Second.
as written.
Aye.
I didn't even get to say it.
Yeah, I didn't even get to say it.
He says yes, well deserved.
Okay. Edvin,
Yes.
Matt,
Yes.
and I'm a no. And there's nothing personal. I've already spoke to her about it.
So there should be a letter in there that was sealed.
Yep,
Just
I got
need
it
to.
right here.
Okay, you'll need to just open that and
Yep.
I don't know what, I'm assuming it's his
It's a
resignation.
resignation letter from
Yeah,
Tom
we believe it
McKelvey.
is.
So just as an aside, I would urge people to go back and look at the town report, I think 2019 town report, if that sounds right, where we profiled Tom McElroy,
I think it was further back than that.
18 maybe?
somewhere,
Something like
yeah.
that. He was the ZBA chair for, I think, 30 years,
Or longer.
but long time.
longer than that.
Since 1985.
Yeah, so
That's 35 years.
that is
6 years.
quite the contribution to the town.
Yep. It says, from Tom McElroy, as of 7/1/21, I am resigning from the appeals board. I have been a member of the board since 2/21/85. At present, the board has a diverse group of members who I have represented the town in the best interest. At present, I feel this time is right. My wife, Nora, and I are both facing health issues. My time on the board has been a great experience. Sincerely, Tom McElroy. And he was great when I was there.
Me as well. So I would move to accept the resignation with our heartfelt thanks and wishing them, both Tom and Nora, well.
Second.
All those in favor? Kate?
Aye.
Larry? Not there yet. Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
Aye. And could we possibly send him a thank you letter for the
Yes.
service he's done for the community?
Yep, we can do that.
Cool.
Black. It's a long time.
I know.
Longer than I've been alive.
I was going to say, Edvin, what were you doing?
I was not even born.
Right.
Okay. Any other business?
Do we have an appointment for Sumia's?
Yes.
That's on there.
Are we there?
No, we're on manifest and appointments.
Oh, that's before the other?
The
But this is
manifest.
under other business?
You want me to start the manifests?
Okay,
So manifests, motion to sign vendor manifest dated July 20th, 2021, in the amount of $1,265,881.81, of which $1,189,405 goes towards the August Sanborn Regional School District payment.
Second?
all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Roll call.
I'll call it a roll call vote.
Motion to sign new fire rescue station vendor manifest dated July 20th, 2021, in the amount of $60,497.69.
Second. Roll call vote. Katie?
Aye.
Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye.
Motion to sign police special details vendor manifest dated July 20th, 2021, in the amount of $1,863.82.
Second. Roll call vote. Katie?
Aye.
Aye.
Edvin? Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye.
Motion to sign payroll manifest for pay period June 20th to July 3rd, 2021, with a pay date of July 8th, 2021.
Second. Roll call vote. Katie?
Aye.
Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I vote aye.
Motion to sign payroll manifest for pay period July 4th to the 17th, 2021, with a pay date of July 22nd, 2021.
Second. Roll call vote. Katie?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
Edvin?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Appointments. Assign appointment for Sue Mears to the Recreation Commission as an alternate member, term to expire April 30th, 2024.
Second.
Roll call vote. Katie?
Aye. Congratulations.
Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Requisitions.
We did
Sign-
that one already.
Yeah, we did that one.
Oh, okay. So we're done.
You need the July 6th manifest?
So, yep, you signed those. We just need to announce that you signed it and how much you signed for.
Got a motion? No.
Yeah, so I would move to announce that well, not move.
You don't, yeah, just announce it.
Yeah, so I would announce that on July 6th, 2021, the board signed vendor manifest dated July 6th in the amount of $76,429.64. They also signed cable revolving fund manifest in the amount of $6,216.35 and fire rescue station bond manifest dated July 6th in the amount of $783.82.
Second?
Well, it's
That's just an announcement.
But I will ask for a motion to approve the Selectmen's non-public and public meeting minutes dated June 28th, 2021.
Second.
Roll call vote. Katie?
Aye.
Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye.
I'll also move to sign the Selectmen's non-public and public meeting minutes dated July 13th, 2021.
Second. Roll call vote. Katie?
Aye.
Edvin?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye.
Can I ask a quick question? I wasn't up when you opened the meeting. Did you seal the minutes
Yes.
tonight?
We
Okay.
did.
Okay. And nothing to unseal?
Negative.
Nope.
Motion to adjourn.
So the only thing I would add before we
Almost.
do that, it's close. So July 27th, we're meeting. We're going to try to meet at 5:30. Is that what we said?
If we can, yeah.
If it can fly.
Downstairs, right?
Yes.
And we just said we'd do the evals as listed, make a final decision on the roof
And
bids.
oil.
And well, oil, we have a little more time.
Yeah.
And then the third thing I'd like to add to that is for non-public, the subject I talked about at the beginning of tonight's
Oh, yes.
public
yes,
meeting,
Yes,
to make a decision on that.
yes.
And it'll be under reputation. I'll give you a title for that, but The board discussed it before you entered the room, Nancy.
Oh,
Well, let me ask this silly question. Do you want to just do this all on August 3rd, which would have been a regularly scheduled meeting? Or,
I don't know. I'd rather do July 27th.
okay, all
I'll do
right.
July 27th,
me
yeah.
too, and just non-public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the
Well,
roof
some
bids,
of it will be.
yeah, the bids for the roof, you're going to have to announce it in
Oh,
public.
yeah.
Yeah, those
We
will
could
be
do it at
announced,
the
yeah.
end.
Just so you know.
That's all, nobody
Right.
else is
Yeah.
coming in with stuff.
Okay.
So motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Roll call vote, Kate?
Aye.
Aye.
And bye.